Xu Yansong joins me now from Beijing. He is the former director for international cooperation for the China National Space Administration. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, space isn't the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to climate change. What kind of agreements could come out of that conference and in Oslo and similar events?
Well, I think the space conference has many activities related to climate change. We know that spaceborne facilities can monitor and observe many factors of climate change, including water vapor, cloud precipitations, or soil moistures, ice and glaciers, and many other perspectives. So space has been used heavily on the climate change monitoring, and we have accumulated more than 3 decades of data that can be used. And also we have established a space observation for climate change, SOC, that has been came to agreement at COP20. So that has continued to play an important role in climate change monitoring.
Can greater international space cooperation help foster climate solutions? And what would that cooperation look like? We know that we've heard from many people who worked in space across different countries that everyone gets along above the Earth.
Yes, I think space observation has a collective effort that has been involving international collaborations. And international cooperation is important for cross-country data calibrations and data collections. We know that just now we mentioned about Gaofen system, and also in China we also have the Fengyun meteorological satellite system, includes a geostationary satellite and also a polar orbit satellite. It's with similar systems also exist in Europe, which is the Copernicus plus the METSAT data, and also in US and many other countries. So I think the collaboration between these systems in terms of meteorological observations as well as Earth observations to cross-calibrate the data and to analyze the climate change is very important for the whole community in the world.
Right, all those satellites can provide the data that can help map and even predict what could come next. How else can space-based services help battle climate change? What are some other new technologies that countries are working on other than satellites?
Well, I think the climate change is a factor that is caused by not only human activities, but also activities of nature and also solar activities. One of the outstanding activities that we have is what we call the intersolar terrestrial studies, which is to study the solar activities in relation to the climate change on Earth. For example, the sun can have radioactivities that is more anomaly than its normal time. So that has some impact on Earth climate and weather, and also on the aeronospheric studies of the Earth. So these are some of the outstanding activities and studies conducted by this scientific community that has some degree of relations to the climate change study.
Yeah, we're learning so much about how space and technology can play a role. Are there any other kinds of technology that can play a part in climate solutions that you're excited about?
Well, I think the technologies is the combination of what we call it the observations, telecommunications, and navigations. So the combination of these 3 technologies in spaceborne facilities, for example, in China we have Gaofen system, we have Beidou navigation system, and also we have the communication system already existed. So the combination of the 3 can tackle the observation better, and also can have better observations and communications in case of disasters. For example, natural disasters, you observe certain conditions, and you want to communicate and you want to navigate the search and rescue and mitigation teams. So all of these combinations can be very useful in the future for climate change studies.
Right, efficient and fast as well. Xu Yansong, thank you so much for joining us from Beijing.